We have Doggy versus the dollar, or as some people know it, Doge, whatever the hell that thing is. This would be requested by Mr. Justin Myers. He's looking at a 4-hour and daily. So this is actually the first toppy-ish chart that we've seen today, in my opinion. We do see that this pullback, if you do want to give the bulls a bit of a, I guess a bone here, is that this pullback is coming on declining volatilities, and we actually do still have higher lows going on in this one as well. But if we go down to the lower term timeframes, we are initiating a bit. No, we do not have a downtrend on the 4-hour just yet. Coming back down to retest around your prior lows, typically not the best sign, but we can mark that off relatively easy right here. And if we do start to break below there, which is 28.5 cents, I would be looking for a decent size retracement, very likely all the way down to a quarter even, and a bounce there. But before that, I would be looking for a bounce off this level short term, very likely somewhere back above 30 cents or so, just barely. But overall, the best that I think that this one does for the short and medium term is sideways within this overall range. I wouldn't really necessarily get excited to the downside as long as you're above 20.5 cents, and I wouldn't get excited to the upside as long as you're above 33.25 or so right there. Above 33.25, I would be looking for a bit of a breakout and for the next sort of upside targets to be met, very likely somewhere around 36 cents or so. I'm talking about right around here. Perhaps if things get really, really crazy, as well they can, I suppose, in doggy coin land, 37.25 right there. But overall, this is the first chart that I do have some decent reservations on today. 5-day chart is looking like what? Is looking like a little bit of a local high right there. And if this is a local high, do we have reversal on trend confirmed on the 5-day? Actually, we would. We have a high right there. We have a low right there. So this would be your next lower high right here. And a rejection of the bear, not of the bearish, but of the bullish control zone in this case as well. I don't necessarily think that that's what's happening right now, or I wouldn't feel comfortable saying that that's what's happening right now, because at the end of the day, whenever it comes to altcoins, you have to be looking at Bitcoin and just essentially, saying the same old, which is whatever Bitcoin does, altcoin is more or less going to mirror in a more emotional way. Over here on Momentum, also to see if we have anything that gives us a bit of a further bias. Hourly Stokes up as long as above 29 cents. Yes, I do like that. So short term, very likely up. 4-hour will follow through in that same venue, alongside volatility expanding here too, with any sort of a closure above 29.50 more like 29.60. Daily is doing what? Actually nosediving right now. But guess what? You will see upside resolution with any sort of a closure above 33.50. And to be fair, this is coming on declining volatility over here as well. So I would give this one the benefit of the doubt. Again, I think that this chart's just sloppy because it's an altcoin in this case. But the areas are actually well defined here too. So I wouldn't necessarily, or at least I'd hold my breath on getting bearish on this one until you actually officially break below about 28.5 cents on no less than a 4-hour closure. Maybe even a 2-hour closure could do it. Yeah, you could probably do it on a 2-hour closure here as well. A little bit of slight bullish divergence right here as well, although not necessarily like the most powerful variety of that. So there you go, doggy coin holding it sideways, and understand your levels right